like I said, good morning, good afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you may be in. Thank you so much for joining today. This is a huge monumental moment within the Women in Power organization that we've slowly been growing. As of maybe 10 minutes ago, we were at 499 community members. So for those of you who don't know kind of the origin story of this, it was me going to a Microsoft event back in February called Fab. There's maybe 70 people in the room. And during that time, we were taking pictures. And I said, oh my God, let's get all the women in the room. And there was maybe 7 or 8 of us. And so there was a drastic, like, we've got work to do. And on top of the 7 and 8, we didn't know each other. And so it was kind of one of those things like, if we're going to be the minority group, we should really know each other and know how to connect so that we can talk about each other's stories. We can elevate each other and find more openings for women to be in this space. So that was kind of what started back in, I'd say about April's when we launched. So not too shabby for only, what, 5 months, 6 months almost at this point in time. And then the next piece of that networking part was this mentoring, right? So I owe my entire career to surrounding myself with epic people. And I know a lot of people don't have that ability because maybe they don't have no shame in their game like I do, or I'll just put coffee time on anyone who I think is really exciting. And I'll just say, you got to meet with me because I need to learn from you. And realizing that a lot of women don't have, that opportunity, we want to make sure that we're starting to level the field. So that is where all of this comes together, is making this connection, helping each other grow, open opportunities for each other. And again, from the bottom of my heart, like I'm told myself I wouldn't cry during this, so I'm really working hard. I'm just so excited that you're here and that you're willing to help us get to this next level. So I'll hand it back over to you, Sravani. Thank you so much again. And let's have fun with this too. Like, let's make sure everyone is having fun and they're growing and have all those opportunities to them. Okay. So, all right, I will send it back over to you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Danielle. And you have no idea what you have created here. And just look at all the smiles and the excitement in the group. So thank you so much again. You're the pioneer, but we'll take it to the next level from here. Next, we have Geeta join us as well. Geeta, if you want to share a few words.
Sure. Very excited to be here today. This is a true testament to what Daniel was just speaking to, and thank you all for being here today. It's incredibly inspiring to see so many of you thought leaders, mentors, mentees, and just enthusiasts of the platform just come together, which is just so powerful. And we're just very excited to see this kick off. And I just wanted to, just share a little bit about just mentorship and how that's helpful and how that's helped me. It is a truly transformative way of, it's just not about sharing knowledge or offering advice. It's really about creating opportunities for real growth, whether it's personal or professional. And I've seen firsthand like how mentorship has changed the trajectory of several of my friends' careers. And just a personal story that I'd like to share with you. When I started off my career, I was fortunate to have a mentor, saw more in me than I saw in myself at the time. He just didn't provide advice on just projects or career moves, but he taught me how to find confidence in my voice, to take ownership of my decisions, to be comfortable stepping outside of my comfort zone. And this relationship was very pivotal for me. And I know that many of you here have similar stories to tell, whether you're a mentor or a mentee, or even have been at both stages in your life. And I truly believe that the beauty of mentorship is that it's never one-sided. I think as mentors, you often learn just as much from the mentees, and it's a two-way street, which is why, the program that we have with the Women in Power Mentorship Program offers different types of mentorships within, whether it's one-to-one mentorship or whether, eventually maybe we can have, one mentor supporting multiple mentees, but you're able to develop a very personal and deep relationship, and you could have group mentorship going on as well, where we all learn collectively, and, there's reverse mentorship where we can offer fresh perspectives to more senior and learn more from senior leaders, and everybody grows. And to the mentors, I want to take this moment to thank you. We know how valuable your time is, and we deeply appreciate your commitment to empowering others, and your guidance and your willingness to come forward and share your experience is the very foundation of this program. So your support is very critical, and this could not be done without you. And then to our mentees, thank you so much for prioritizing your own growth. You just showing up here and taking this first step to prioritize what's important to you is a great sign. And we're very happy to be part of this journey with you. And then just by signing up for this program, you're taking this first step to, upskill and get your personal professional journeys to the next level. And this commitment that you're making today, trust us, it's going to pay dividends in years to come. And we are super excited to see how this is going to kick off. And always remember, this is an open forum. There's going to be opportunities for you to share your feedback and your thoughts. This is our very first batch that's been kicked off. And thanks to Yoli for this whole brainchild of ours, her big brains, for putting this next deck that Shravani is going to be sharing. Is all her work and all the brilliance that she's put into giving life to this, and to Shravani as well for pulling all of this together and making this happen for us. Thank you so much.
Geeta.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Geeta. Let me share my screen here real quick. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Geeta and Danielle. Again, this program means the world to me. It's like you mentioned, mentorship is not just one way from the mentor to mentee, but it's a two-way communication and collaboration perspective sharing. I've learned so much from my mentors and mentees over the period of time. I've struggled with imposter syndrome, with communication, confidence, and things like that. And I'm just thankful to all of my mentors and mentees throughout my career journey so far. And I would call out Geeta here to be my incognito mentor. We've not met before, but I used to follow her and learn from her blogs and everything she shares with the public. So with that, I'll start to give some more details about this program. This is our very first cohort, so please bear with us and please provide us feedback throughout. It'll help us get the next cohort even better and to the next level. And hopefully we'll have a lot of apps and automations built with Power Platform to support this program. If any of you are willing to, give your technical expertise to that initiative, I'm all ears to hear about that as well. So with that, I'll start to move some slides here. Again, just we can talk for hours about mentorship and its importance in all our career paths, whether it's personal growth, professional growth. I personally come from a business background. And when I say business background, I was a dentist. And I transitioned to IT somewhere along the way, and that couldn't have happened without my mentors and mentees throughout my path. So thanks to all of them, and hopefully I can share some of that expertise with my mentee as well. So here's some program details. Today is October 1st. At least in Eastern time. So we're kicking off the program. It's the official start day for your 3-month-long program. We'll do a midway check-in around November 15 to see how it's going. And then December, since the second part of December is a little bit towards the holiday season and people take some days off to spend with family and so on. So I grade out the second half of December just to make sure we have the full 3-month engagement. And we'll close it off on January 15th. And right before that, we'll do a final check-in as well to see how the program went. And this is primarily taking your feedback so that we can incorporate it in our next cohort. And we'll start to set up our next cohorts intake forms and things like that as well. Hopefully, we'll get that started 1st of February next year. So that will be, again, a 3-month cohort. Now, I'm going to say 3 months a lot throughout the slides, but again, this is your mentor and mentee relationship. If you want to go beyond 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever you decide, it's all up to you. Whatever works for the mentor or mentee you have dedicated for this cohort. Please continue on if you wish to take it further and on a much longer journey, you're free to do so. Okay. And a few things to keep in mind. Now, whenever we talk about mentorship, it's not just A or B. There's a wide variety of things that could contribute to the mentorship program. Every person is unique. Every career path is unique. People are at different levels of careers. So keep that in mind and see what your mentee wants to focus on. It could be knowledge and experience sharing from what you have learned so far. It could be technical, it could be business perspective, could be navigating workplace culture. Maybe they're in the midst of a job search. They want to do some mock interviews with you. It could be building a personal brand to further their career path or job search, helping them network with just expanding and sharing your connections with them. Maybe a resume review, a LinkedIn profile review, upskilling or training, whatever they're going through at the moment and want to plan for the future as well. And these are just ideas. It could be beyond the list here, but just work that out with your mentee and mentor so that you're clear and you're able to get a finite number of goals for the 3 months long program. Make sure your goals are following these few features specific, meaning clearly define the goal. Don't make it a vague statement that, I'll become an expert in Power Platform. Rather, how do you get there is the specifics of that particular goal. Measurable goals so that at the end of the program, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, however long you decide, your mentee should be able to measure that outcome and see how successful they were. Achievable, again, I like to overestimate myself sometimes. But again, something that's achievable within the next 3 months would be not putting too much pressure into the program or the mentee or the mentor itself, but rather taking small steps towards that bigger goal you have. Make it relevant to the objectives that your mentee is currently going through. Again, like the previous ideas I shared, it could be personal brand building or a job search or networking, whatever higher goal they have, make the goal relevant to that higher level of expectation they have. And also having a time-bound, deadline-based goal just helps you further to keep some dates around, keep you on track, and measure the success at the end of it. Also keep an open mind, both for mentors and mentees. This is going to be a mutual, respectful, professional relationship between the two of you. We're all professionals here, so I don't have to go into details here. Just be kind to each other. You're so kind enough to participate in this whole program. Just take that to your mentor-mentee relationship as well. And when you're offered some constructive feedback, take that with an open mind. Sometimes we don't have that perspective, or we're thinking about our overall picture in a different direction. When you get that fresh perspective, take it with an open mind and see how you can further refine it and convert that into actionable items. Sharing industry knowledge and building professional networks. Again, this is all about increasing our connections. The kickoff event itself, I'm seeing so many new faces, and it's so nice to connect with you all. That's primarily the goal of this whole initiative, to increase your network, to make those connections that you previously didn't have. And being a role model, again, exemplifying your professional behavior and inspiring through actions. For the time commitment part, towards the end of the year, again, with the holiday season approaching, you could have some time off set aside already, but ideally, I would suggest a biweekly meeting between yourself and the mentee, both for mentors and mentees. Um, and make sure that you've checked your calendar, you've picked a spot that works best for both of you. I've tried to match people within the similar time zone area, but there's still some discrepancies, and you might have to find that right spot that works for you both. Um, and when you're in the meeting, it's not just about attending a meeting, it's a very personal connection between you and your mentor and mentee. So be present, be there for them, and be engaged. I've sent out just a base guideline like document to both mentors and mentees. There's some do's and don'ts in there. Again, it's very pretty basic. It's nothing that I need to go through with you, but some things to just keep in mind. As you meet your mentor and mentee, keep a track of all the action items you're taking. You could follow up on what you have set up as an action item at the very beginning of your sessions and keep following up on them. There could be ad hoc new things coming up every meeting, but don't lose track and keep every meeting towards a particular goal or a set of action items so that you can track and have meaningful outcomes out of each meeting. The duration is for 3 months that we're tracking, but feel free to have a much extended duration as well. For mentees, again, you have your guideline book as well. But again, being proactive, coming up with those initial list of things that you want to make clear to your mentor, whatever your higher level of goals are. And then the finer goals you can refine with your mentor as you meet with them more often and get to know them better. Maybe you'll have a shift of goal setting after you meet them based on their experience and their knowledge, their career path, and where they're at today. So make sure you go with an idea of what you want to get out of this mentorship program, but also keep an open mind about your mentor, and based on where they're at, you might want to refine those goals even further. But that's pretty much about it, about the program itself. We're here to support you. We're here to make sure that this program is giving you outcomes that you need. And your feedback is much, much valuable to us, just so we can continuously refine and improve the program and make it even more meaningful over the next few cohorts. So I have the email out to you. You should already have those handbooks. You should have emails to introduce your mentor and mentee. So feel free to remove me from the email. Take it from here. I trust uh, you'll go along with your mentor. If there's any issues or you haven't heard back from your mentor or mentee, please let us know. We'll follow up and see if they're still available or something came along their way. But we'll try to see if there's any other openings and match you with other mentors and mentees.